Did you know that Marvel's latest show, Secret Invasion, aired its first episode last week? Because I didn't. In fact, I only realised it came out when I was completing my usual bedtime routine of scrolling aimlessly through every single streaming platform you can think of, just to find something to watch for literally 10 minutes before falling to sleep. It just so happened that that was when I saw Marvel's Secret Invasion, sitting pretty in the new releases section of Disney+. And it turns out a new episode is airing every Wednesday. For this video, I was initially going to review episode 1, but when I completed my usual deep dive on the interweb, I came to a realisation: no one really seems to care about this show. Now I know this may not be entirely true, but usually I have to be careful on YouTube and social media platforms to avoid spoilers for the latest Marvel shows or projects, and this time I just didn't really see anything come up. I then thought to myself, how about a cool top 3 video of the biggest moments from the episode? And it hit me further. Other than the ending, which was actually a genuine surprise, nothing else really stuck out. Was the episode solid enough? Yeah. It has a great cast, cool Cold War espionage vibes, and maybe even potentially an interesting story of betrayal and paranoia. But I just didn't really seem to care. For those wondering, I'd probably score it a 7 out of 10, but it got me thinking. Have we all finally reached superhero fatigue? Or in this case specifically Marvel fatigue? Box office numbers and social media buzz would certainly indicate that this may well be the case. And if you ask most of your friends or people you know, they will probably tell you that they just don't care as much anymore following Avengers Endgame or after Spider-Man No Way Home. In my circle of friends, and even at work, the superhero guys haven't mentioned Secret Invasion at all. And these are the same people that watch the majority of the Marvel shows, as well as all the films. For me personally, I have watched every Marvel project except for She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel, and even I'm beginning to feel that fatigue. Will I watch all of Secret Invasion? Most likely, as I feel like I need to stay connected to the wider MCU story. But am I excited for the show like I would have been in the past? Not really at the moment. Which is sad for me to say as we are moving into phase 5 of the MCU roadmap. Thankfully Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was fantastic, but has definitely been the exception in recent years. My biggest bugbear at the moment is the need to churn out all of these projects in quick succession, which is bloating the brand and asking the audience to consume an obscene amount of content just to keep up with the wider story. And even when we do keep up, the continuity that Marvel has become so known for has a glaringly obvious omission in the form of the bloody Celestial literally sticking out of planet Earth from the end of Eternals. Almost 2 years have passed, and in the 10 plus MCU projects that have followed, we still haven't even acknowledged the damn Celestial in one of them. Heck, Nick Fury was in space for the last 3 years. And you're telling me seeing a Celestial merge out of Earth wasn't enough to bring him back? There are other dead threads out there as well, such as Shang-Chi meeting Bruce Banner, Wong and Captain Marvel at the end of his film. And nothing has come to fruition on that either. You could even make a solid argument that the reason Guardians 3 did so well, and was so highly regarded by the fans, was partially due to the self-contained nature of the story and focus on the characters, instead of the wide MCU, which was refreshing to say the least. And here lies my biggest problem, ladies and gentlemen. Over 10 MCU projects in less than 2 years. If you think I'm lying, check for yourself. Since Eternals came out in November 2021, we have had Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Hawkeye Show, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk Attorney of Law, and now Marvel Secret Invasion. I didn't even mention the other projects that came out in 2021. Factor in the Sony projects such as Venom, Morbius and the upcoming Kraven the Hunter film. Recent DC projects such as Black Adam, Shazam 2, and most recently The Flash, which has tanked at the box office by the way, for various reasons. And you've got yourself one large bloated belly of superhero content. And the maddest thing of all, even with the recently announced delays to some of the MCU projects and the reset of the DC universe, there isn't really any sign that the train is slowing down anytime soon. If you are still listening or watching following that moan, then fair play to you and thank you. But what I'm poorly trying to say is I wish DC, Marvel, Sony would just pump the brakes a bit a focus on quality over quantity again, and I'm sure viewing figures and box office takings would pick up. Right now I'm sure a lot of fans couldn't give a monkeys about Secret Invasion, and maybe, just maybe, they would have if the focus was on quality again, and not having to keep up with every single thing that gets released. If you think I'm talking complete nonsense, the critic reviews for the full season are coming in, and Secret Invasion is already the worst rated MCU show, despite having some serious star power on the card. I guess if it all goes peaked on, they could always bring Iron Man back from the dead, for an easy buck or two. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the state of Marvel, or superhero projects as a whole. Are you becoming as fatigued as I am with them, or are you happy that they are still coming out frequently? If you are new to the channel, then welcome, and consider hitting that subscribe button to stay tuned for all things TV and film. If gaming is more your jam, then check out my other channel Jackson Plays for all things gaming related, including my recent reactions to Summer Games Fest. And on that note, I will see you next time.